This is Pete from Abstract Ocean. Today we're going to install the 9H tempered glass screen protector for Tesla Model S and Tesla Model X. In the box you get everything you need, so you get the screen protector, some wet and dry wipes and some dust grabbers or dust absorbers, and then you just need about 10 minutes of time. This is a pretty easy installation. We're going to score this a 2 on the difficulty level, and with that we'll get started. Hey, this is Pete from Abstract Ocean. Today we're going to install our 9H tempered glass screen protectors for Model S and for Model X. We've been selling these for a while now for Model 3. They've been pretty popular. In terms of installation, they're a little bit easier than the flexible screen protectors. So with that said, we're going to jump in the car and go through a couple of installations. Alright, so we're going to install the tempered glass screen protector. For the purposes of this, we're going to install the matte finish. At the end of the video, we'll show you the comparison to the HD clear, so you'll get to see both options. But in the pack you get the little accessory kit and then obviously the screen protector itself. So if we quickly go over what's in the accessory kit, it's just a couple of things. So get a cleaning cloth, an alcohol wipe, and then a couple of these dust absorbers. These are just to pick up the dust on the screen before we apply the screen protector. It's an essential part of the process. Even the smallest speck of dust will show through as a bubble when you install the screen protector, so really want to be quite thorough about this part of it. And if you use these up for any reason, then just grab some Scotch tape or something like that. That works equally well on just picking up the dust. So with that said, I'm going to put this down. Even if your screen is relatively clean, still use the wet wipe. It minimizes the static. The problem with these screens and screen protectors is they're like dust magnets, so it's important to do that. And then the final thing is we're going to go ahead and turn off our climate control, which is going to make us pretty sad because it's a pretty hot day, but it's important to minimize the dust movement in the car. So we're going to go into clean mode, and that helps you see all the bits of dust. We're going to give it a quick wipe over with the little wet wipe. As I say, the purpose of this is really just to kill some of the static. So we'll do that. And we're going to grab our dry cloth, just give it a quick flick to get some of the lint off of it. And this is what we're going to be using to actually clean off any fingerprints that might be on the screen. You want it really very, very, very clean. Kind of catch it in different lights just to see, but when you're happy with it, we're going to go ahead and peel off one of the dust absorbers. These are just little kind of sticky pads, and this is where you really need to just hunt around the screen, picking up every speck of dust. You cannot be too thorough about doing this. So we're going to do that once now, and then we're going to unpack the screen protector. A whole bunch more dust is going to get attracted to the screen, so we're going to do it again then, and then we're going to lower the screen protector on. Okay, pretty good so far. Get this out, close that up. Okay, so as I say, we're going to use the matte screen protector because it's easier to see on the camera. There's just one tab. This marks the top left of the screen protector. And what we're going to do is just roll this back as far down as you can go really, but you want to make sure you've got enough on the bottom to be able to hold it, because we're going to do some maneuvering. So like that is pretty good. And then what we want to do, we're going to just touch the screen, and we want to keep it at this angle until we're happy with the positioning of it. Now a couple of things to note. One is that this kind of moves a little bit in S and X, so don't regard this as necessarily being dead level. Your real reference point is going to be the edges, and as we lower it down, it should virtually brush the edges, but certainly not catch on them. You know, we have the tolerance on each side combined is about 0.5 millimeter, so we are looking for some precision here. That's deliberate, so you can't see the edges when it's fitted. But that does mean we need to focus on this just a little bit. So what we're going to do is sort of take a practice. Again, we're sort of pivoting at the top here, so the screen protector itself isn't touching the screen, but just kind of mess around with it a little bit. Get a good spot where you think the edges are well lined up. Lean in a little bit. And you want to sort of lose that top edge, because then that means you're in the right spot at the bottom to just push the bottom edge in. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to remove the last of the film. And then I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the screen is sort of chasing its way down now, starting to stick to the screen. We'll just let it work its way up from the bottom as well. So depending where you get it on the top, it may just catch a little bit on the bottom. There is some flex in the screen protector. Obviously it's a piece of glass, so it's not that flexible. But you can definitely, you know, kind of encourage it around the bezel if you need to. So we just have a couple of little bubbles there. That's just from actually fitting it, so we're just going to work those out to the edge. Same on this one, just using the cleaning cloth. Okay, then we're going to exit the screen cleaning mode. We're going to turn on the air before we roast. And that's it. So again, this is the matte screen protector, so there's pros and cons to both. The pro to the matte is it virtually eliminates glare. If we just jump back into the cleaning mode again, you see it just completely scatters it. You really don't get any kind of reflection at all. And in a minute we'll show you the clear version in the same light, so you get a good comparison. The downside is, and you may or may not be able to see it on camera, but it does reduce the resolution a little bit. The texture of the screen is very smooth. It's got a nice touch to it, very similar to maybe an ebook screen like a Kindle, but it does kind of fuzz the display just a little bit. So if you don't have 20/20 vision like me, then it doesn't really make any difference. It's a good thing. But if you do want a screen protector that you just cannot see when it's on, then the HD Clear is a better option. So with that, we'll jump to the HD Clear comparison, and thanks for watching. So now we've gone ahead and installed the HD Clear screen protector. So you can see that there is some glare. If I go ahead and put it into the cleaning mode, you may be able to see that a little bit easier on the camera. So again, same as the matte, you can't see any of the edges. It's a really tight fit, kind of more or less exactly the same size as the bezel. But the consequence is you do get a little bit more reflection. You still get the oleophobic coating, the same as you have on your smartphone. That doesn't necessarily mean it completely resists fingerprints, but it does a pretty good job, and more importantly it means you can easily clean up the screen protector just using one of our cleaning pads or just a clean cloth. So that's really the benefit of the HD Clear. But other than that, it's kind of practically invisible, and that's the purpose of it.